Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tyla Gomez, and today I want to talk to you about how to get paid sponsorships on Instagram. I've had a number of paid sponsorships, and I always get the question, how does it work? How do you get it? So I wanted to just make this video and just let y'all in on how it works for me, tips and tricks that I've learned along the way, and just how you can get started making money on Instagram. If you're not already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of fun videos and I'm very receptive to feedback. So if you have a video idea and you want to see me do it, I'll do it. That was my last video, which was just fall trends and me styling different fall outfits. Just a bit about me and my influencer paid sponsorship journey. So back in 2018, I don't know what happened, but it was just one day I was like, you know what? I want to make money on Instagram. And then I was like, I'm gonna do it. And then I just Googled how to do it and just tried to grow my following and just started being very deliberate with my posting. Because before I was just oh, I just want to get as many likes as possible. But I don't know, just the type of person I am, that wasn't enough. Yeah, you get this high from getting a lot of likes, but if I'm gonna be putting forth effort, work level effort into Instagram, I want to get paid. So I started using hashtags, and hashtags are a good way to get your account out there. One, so you can increase your followers, but two, so brands can see you and reach out to you. Now I have to put a disclaimer in, there are so many fake companies out there trying to get you to collaborate with them, which is really them trying to make sales. It's now this whole sales kind of strategy of getting ambassadors who just are actually customers paying for your service and paying for your shipping or your product. They're trying to trick you into buying the product. If you ever get a comment that's we love your page, DM so-and-so, don't DM so-and-so. So just have to put that out there, because once you start using hashtags, these pages will kind of come at you more. My first one, I started using these hashtags, and I was living in North Carolina at the time, and I was a college student at the time. So I made sure my hashtags were very specific to me and my brand and my content, and just who might also what kind of people might follow me. So I used those hashtags, and a company reached out to me wanting me to be a brand ambassador for them. Now this wasn't a paid sponsorship, but it was my first long-term lucrative, I got a lot of stuff from them, but it was my first long-term partnership with a brand. And yes, it wasn't paid, and I think that's important to announce, because when you're starting off, you can't really expect to get paid at first. You can, and if you want to do that, that's fine, but I like to think of gifted, that's what it's called, a gifted sponsorship or an unpaid sponsorship, as kind of an internship. You're working with the brand and you're establishing that relationship, but you're not established enough for them to pay you, but you're building your portfolio so you can get paid. It really feels like an internship. And they were what's Legacy League, L2 brands, and they were this collegiate brand, and they were in my student stores, and I got so much stuff at the beginning of each semester. I got 4 pairs of clothes, 2 accessories. It was a lot of stuff. So all my hoodies and sweatpants that were UNC, I got from them, and I never had to pay for it. So I have so much Carolina stuff because of that. The way that worked, I just posted for them, and we just maintained a relationship. But from there, as I started establishing myself as an influencer and someone who works with brands, other brands reached out to me, and I started building just my resume and my experience, my portfolio, which gets into how you pitch for brands. Once you have something to show, you have work that or you have posts that are like related to a brand and like showing that you've worked with brands before, you can put all those posts together and make a portfolio and then pitch yourself to brands. And that's a very good way to get sponsorships too, because you're really just putting yourself out there and you're actually seeking out the brands that you want to work with, you know? But once you have that kind of portfolio stuff, you can present it to different brands and develop a relation based off of that. Okay, so I mentioned putting together a portfolio. I kind of want to take it back just a little to give you some more insights on what you can put in your portfolio. So it's important that when you like decide you want to be an influencer, you start getting serious about building your brand on social media. So for instance, my brand is lifestyle, so I really just post like my life and just like different things that happen, and that's just my style of doing it. And within that, like, I talk about things that are important to me in my life. So like fashion's one, and as you will see when you follow me, I've been posting a lot more fashion content. Makeup's also really important to me, so I post. Oh my god. Yeah, so I've been posting makeup stuff. So I post like a little bit of everything because like it's all related to my life and just like keeping it real with what I'm doing and letting you in on just, you know, a window into my life. That's what I use social media as, and that's like my brand. Some people choose to only dedicate their profile to fitness stuff, and that's fine too. You just have to figure out what works for you and like what content like your audience members like the best from you. What I like about being a lifestyle influencer, I get to work with like a wide range of brands just because like they're all related to, you know, my lifestyle. Like for instance, Hulu. Hulu's probably like to this date my biggest like brand partnership, because that was also an ambassador program, so it was long term, kind of like the league one, but this one was paid. Sometimes companies they specifically contact influencers to work with them, where they have a like in-house PR team, but sometimes they outsource that and they go to a marketing agency that specializes in getting influencers and like communicating with them, setting standards, so they're like the liaison between the influencer and the company. So with Hulu, that's what they did, and their marketing company was this company called Riddle and Bloom. So technically I worked under Riddle and Bloom, but like I was producing content for Hulu. So on my resume, I put Hulu. You have to really think about like why these brands want to work with you. So Hulu obviously was having a hard time recruiting students, and they really wanted to focus on that 18 to 21, 22, 23 demographic. So that's why they were choosing college students to partner with. So they wanted to know about my college and campus involvement. So that's how I became a brand ambassador for Hulu. So yeah, I mentioned marketing agencies that basically act like a liaison between the brand and the influencer. There are some that you can like collectives that you can join, and they'll tell you when brands are looking for influencers. And that leads me to how I got my plan B, Diva Cup. What else was it? That other one's through there too. Say hello to Envy.
Yeah, it's like cold in it.
He's a little cold boy. Are you gonna say hi?
Hey, they need to.
You know it. You know you're not in the frame. He literally set the frame. You know you were in it.
I'll say hello.
He's not gonna say hello. So I mentioned marketing agencies that basically connect influencers to brands. So that's what I use. A couple are called, or the ones that I use are called College Fashionista, InfluenceHer Collective, and Fohr, and I can put them below. And with them, you kind of just create an account and you tell about your profile, you tell about the kind of influencer you are, you tell about your followers, and then when they get opportunities from brands like, hey, we're looking for so-and-so, like this age group, 18 to 14-year-old influencers who are expecting a first child. Oh my god, I've seen so many like, we're looking for pregnant influencers for this and that. Like these brands have very specific types of people that they're looking for. and audience members that they're trying to attract. So that's why they have to be very specific with the kind of influencer they get. But yeah, once you sign up for those groups, and there are more groups out there, you can like Google and social media brand groups and stuff, social media marketing groups. So the last video got cut short and I just realized it while I was editing, so here I am editing Tyler from the future. I was pretty much done with the video, but I just wanted to conclude things and wrap it up pretty nicely. So in short, there are 3 ways to get paid sponsorships on Instagram. Either a brand can contact you directly, and they'll do that by you using hashtags and putting your contact information in your bio, so making yourself accessible to brands. The second way is by you pitching yourself directly to brands, so that's you getting a portfolio or a media kit, and that's pretty much just a compilation of all of your past brand work and your work that you think resonates with the brand that you're trying to pitch to, and you send that to their PR or social media manager. You find that through LinkedIn or online. I can do a whole video on that. If you want it, just request it in the comments. So yeah, that's the second way. And then the third way is that you can go through an influencer network or a social media marketing company, and they can act as the liaison and they can pair you with brands. So in short, those are the 3 ways that you can get paid sponsorships on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel and let me know what you want to see next from me.